Feels right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Leroy Allen, and I am the host and the president of the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group. Tonight is the night where we come together at the Coaches Roundtable to talk all things leadership, all things entrepreneurship, and all things relationship. Tonight is also the night of the beginning of many more to come. Every month, we're going to have the Coaches at the Roundtables discussion for its members. Every month, rather, should I say, we're going to have that. And so in moving forward, as we look to have these coaching roundtables every month, we're also from time to time are going to be looking to all of our members for their participation as relates to topics of discussion that you would like to discuss. At the same time, we're also from time to time, we're going to step outside of the network to employ other professionals to come through and talk to us about various topics with the thought in mind to just simply educate, empower, and entertain us. So we're going to have fun in that way. So, of course, get your water, get your, your popcorn, get something, cool to drink to just simply just relax. And we're just going to have healthy conversation. I have three amazing speakers, coaches, professionals that are going to come to the table tonight to talk to us about coaching, to talk to us about entrepreneurship, leadership, and relationships. And so, again, sit back, relax, let's just simply have some fun. And for now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our first panelist to the table tonight, no one other than my good friend, Miss Gwendolyn Brown. Miss Brown, how you doing?
Wonderful. And you?
I'm doing pretty good, Gwen. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. To get us started, Gwen, why don't you share some things about yourself, and then we're going to move forward in that light.
Okay, sure. I have worked in human service in one form or another for about 15, maybe 20 years. I'm currently a manager for workforce initiative, and I work with primarily people who are looking to make changes in their life, primarily with learning new skills.
Okay.
And so I'm just a happy, fun-loving person that really enjoys seeing people empowered to move into where they're really supposed to be.
Wonderful. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Gwen, tonight we're talking about making the connection.
Yes.
As a coach, no matter what your niche is, no matter what your target market looks like, if it's one word that we all have to engage in, it is the word awareness.
Right.
And we're looking to engage that word to bring an awareness to the principle of change, meaning the client, meaning the coachee, to bring an awareness to them that there is a need for change.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, as we're looking to, bring light to that word awareness, we are very mindful as coaches, as personal coaches or business coaches, that we are the facilitator of change and not the principle of change.
Right.
The principle of change, right, is the person of whom hires us, and they pay big money to do so.
Mm-hmm.
The facilitator of change is just us just saying, there is a more excellent way of doing what you do, no matter how you do it, no matter how you look at it. There is a more excellent way of doing that.
Right.
So in return, what we do in order to make the connection, we sell perspective. We don't sell products and services, we sell perspective. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, as we're selling perspective, we're saying to the client this very thing. We're saying, hey, when you come to us for coaching, regardless of what you're coming for, you're going to either facilitate an experience or you're going to have one. And that gives us the right to path as it relates to taking that customer from a customer to a client and straight up the loyalty ladder. Gwen, talk to us about making the connection and offering that client not just a moment, but an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah. So I really think that starts with building a rapport with the client.
Okay.
Letting the client know that it is, like you said, that they are the principal of the coach. And yes, it starts with them. But the coach's job is to build that rapport so that experience can happen. And
absolutely.
It begins with creating a sustainable and a productive coaching relationship. And I love the word sustainable, because it means being able to be maintained at a certain rate or level. And okay, that's what it needs to be in the coaching experience. It needs to be that it's always moving, that there is movement taking place.
Absolutely.
So building the rapport has to be the priority. And the foundational priority for the coach is to be able to build that rapport. In essence, really thinking about walking in that coachee's shoes, where they've been, how did they get there, and also looking at what are they feeling at the moment. And so when you have a great rapport, your coachee is going to open up to you.
Okay.
They're going to begin to start sharing things that are beyond just facts and information, right? In the beginning, they're nervous, they're not sure, they're a little anxious about whether they want to share things, what the experience is about, can they trust you?
How about that?
And so the thing is that when you have made it your priority to make sure that you're building a rapport with them, they're going to feel that. They're going to be able to see essence of that. And
absolutely.
because of that, it's going to make them want to open up and begin to start sharing things and take the relationship then the process from just facts and information to feelings and to emotions, where transformation takes place, right?
Yes, indeed.
So building a rapport is the first thing that really is going to be able to help you get to the place of listening to the coachee.
Indeed.
I love the title. It says, what is it? Maintaining, or it says, making the connection between you and the coach. That's the only time that you come before the coach.
How about that? That's right. How about that? That's exactly right.
It's all about coachee, the principle of it, right? The principle of that change is going to take place. And so what we have to do is that we have to create that rapport, and it starts with wanting to be there with the coachee. It's nothing more than feeling like you're in position in a coaching environment, right?
How about that? Like, that's exactly right.
And so it has to start with that. You really want to be there.
That's right. You really want to be there. That's right. Yes, that's exactly right.
And that's because you want to be there. You want to know more about them. You want to know about their values, their wants, their needs. And this enables you to enter their world, and you can talk their language. So many times we talk in jargon, professional jargon or acronyms, and they may not be accustomed to that. They may not be exposed to that. So you have to learn their language. And so when you learn their language, then that's another part of building that rapport, that you have taken upon yourself to not use what's so familiar to you, but to be right where they are and use their language in the process.
Awesome. Awesome. Very well said. Go right ahead.
But you have to remember that without the rapport, you have no sustainable coaching relationship.
That's right.
That
That's
struck me.
exactly right.
Because we think if I put this in place, if I put, if I do this step, or if I do that step, or if I use this tool, then that's going to give me the relationship. Is no, the rapport gives you the relationship with the coachee. And without that, you don't have a sustainable coaching relationship. They may come for one appointment, maybe two, but after that, they're gone. They're going to find somebody else.
That's
so
right.
If you want that sustainable, productive coaching relationship, you have to make it your business to know, how can I build rapport with my coachees?
Absolutely. I so agree with you. Gwen, just before, since we're talking about making a connection, I want to give two experiences that I've had, right?
Yeah.
Just before we stepped into the pandemic, and the pandemic, interrupted, many of our lives. And I like kind of using that word interrupted, right? Because we're still here. But just before then, I was doing a customer service track at a hotel called the Marriott Hotel. And when I went to meet with the owner of the hotel, he made it known to me that where they are right now, nobody knew where they was. At the same time, Gwen, he had people coming in and out of there, of which they had made a purchase.
Right.
Excuse my language, but they had made a purchase. So he did sell something. The problem was, what I came to find is that he gave his employees or the customers any incentive for wanting to come back.
Right.
So in other words, what that means, Gwen, is he may have sold something, but his retention level was very bad.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Not only was his retention level bad, right? But at the same time, he also had a poor culture. Because if your retention level is low, it says a whole lot about your culture at the same time. Not only that, Gwen, I tell you this, he made it known to me that he had memberships of which they were paying for, in which nobody in his office has ever attended a meeting, not even one.
Wow.
Not even one. So he was a seller of products and services, but at the same time, he was selling with no incentive. He was selling with no incentive that would make people want to come back and come back again and again and again, where connections could be made.
Right.
And then where the employees were concerned, if the employees got off at 4 o'clock, Gwen, guess what? At 10 minutes to 4, you know where they was? They was at the clock. So they were already pushing out the door long before 4 o'clock even came.
Right, yeah.
They were already pushing out the door. So when I look at that right there, connections weren't made. He was just in the business of selling a product.
Right.
But there were absolutely no connections made whatsoever.
Yeah.
I moved from that experience to an experience of which I celebrated my last birthday about 6 months ago. Gwen, I want you to look at the timeline of which I'm speaking. It was about 6 months ago. So when I arrived at this restaurant called the Capitol Grill, soon as my feet hit the parking lot, I felt the connection.
Oh, okay.
And I felt the connection primarily due to what we call curb appeal. When I walked into the restaurant, I felt the energy, so I felt the connection.
Right.
I did not have to wait more than 5 minutes to be seated. Right? Not even 5 minutes, Gwen, did I have to be waited to be seated. I am ushered to my seat. When I get to my seat, the waiter comes over. She's very polite. And I recognize that she has an accent. So, of course, throughout the conversation, I asked her where she was from. And she told me she was from London. Gwen, the sister, knew how to serve. But it wasn't just me being in the moment to come to that conclusion that she knew how to serve.
Right.
Here's what she did to make the connection. It wasn't what she did in the moment, it was what she did after.
Right.
It was what she did after. Here's what she does, Gwen. I go to my mailbox 2 days later. 2 days later, we talked about making a connection.
Right.
I go to my mailbox 2 days later. When I open my mailbox, the first piece of mail that I see is from her and the Capitol Grill. So they sent me a thank you card saying, thank you for coming in and sharing your birthday with us.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you soon. So now, as a result of that, as a result of the connection being made, and not just the fact that the connection was made, it was the way that it was made.
Mm-hmm.
As a result of that, I have told all of my friends to go there and who to ask for.
Right. Exactly.
Not only have I told all of my friends to go there and who to ask for, when I go back, and I have been back, guess who I'm asking for? I'm asking for Rhonda.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, my birthday was 6 months ago, Gwen. What am I talking about right now? I'm talking about my experience of making the connection.
Yes, yes.
I'm talking about my experience. And that is what we want to give off to our customer client relationships. We don't want to just give off a moment to them. We want to give off an experience and an experience of a lifetime.
Right.
Because we do like retention.
Mm-hmm.
When they have a cookout, I want to be at the top of their thought process where they say, let's invite Leroy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because of the service that I rendered, not because of the products that I gave, but because of the service that I rendered,
Mm-hmm.
not because of the product. Because coming out of the finance background where I come from, it was always taught to me that if the product is that good, it will sell itself.
Mm-hmm.
If the product is that good. What you want to be selling more than anything else is perspective. Because what perspective does, it gives meaning to the overall customer client relationship, which simply just says, I care. And people these days in particular don't care about what you know until you show them how much you care.
That's right.
Until you show them how much you care. That's when they're ready to do business with you. And then some people, some customer client relations that we have, talking about making a connection, some of them are savvy enough to be able to tell you when if you're trying to sell them anything, if they want to buy that, just go and buy. So you ain't got to sell them nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because they're savvy enough and they've done their research in such a way to be able to tell you that I already have it. I'm just interested in maybe just you. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in you, not the products, not the services. I'm interested in you. I want to add value to you because of the way you approached me.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have to approach them in any kind of way, it is to approach them in such a way where they get an opportunity to see that you care.
Right.
That you care. Not that you're trying to hustle them, not that you're trying to outrun them, out-talk them, slick talk them, and all of that type of stuff. Because that's not going to get you the connection that you're looking for.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
And the connection that we are looking for is a connection that's going to obviously add to our bottom line. The connection that we're looking for is a connection that's going to keep us relevant 10 years after the relationship has been birthed.
Right. Yes.
That's going to keep us relevant. So in that regard, what we have to do, we have to use what we call sweat equity. We have to use sweat equity, which is just the same as saying I put labor before anything else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I put the labor before anything else. So we have to use sweat equity in order to make that connection. In particular now, because people can go online now.
Yes, they can.
And do this and do that. They have the liberty to do that now. It hasn't always been like that, but right about now, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And so what we have to do as it relates to connections, we have to strategize and we have to implement the type of strategy that allows us to do just what you said, Gwen, which is meet people where they are in order to do what? In order to make the connection.
Yes.
Gwen, talk to us about an experience that you have had where maybe the shoe was on the other foot and you were the customer, you were the client. Talk to us about an experience that you had that made the difference, that made you want to go back.
Sure. I went to a retreat actually,
Hmm.
and it was in Canada, and it was the talk about make that connection immediately. That happened at the airport. They met
Okay.
me at the airport and made sure I was comfortable. They got my bags. They made sure that I had everything that I needed and that I made it safely through customs, and was able to get on the van, and they had my not only had my room ready, but they had gift bags, and they wanted to know, like, what was it that I needed specifically in my room, like what did I like, what kind of snacks did I like.
Right.
That made me really want to go back there again because
Hmm.
of that type of service, and the fact that they could have easily, I mean, a lot of hotels and a lot of retreat places have little things that they may put in your room, but to
Yes.
specifically want to know what makes you comfortable
Uh-huh.
makes the difference. And
Yes.
so that was probably, I've always, and that experience was quite a few years ago, but I still remember the people that showed me that kind of excellent customer service.
Absolutely. You said the key word. You remember those types of people who showed you that excellent customer service. And the thing of it is, remember, because as it is said once again, people don't care how much you know until you show them how much you care
That's
in
right.
that regard. And so that brings us to a place where we have to put some empathy before the card, as they say. And
Yes.
always remember that the tables can always turn. And if it's one thing that I know for sure, in particular at this point in my life, it is that the tables are always turning, and you can be on one side of the table today and on the other side of the table tomorrow. So it's important to connect with people and connect with them in such a way where you're bringing value to the customer client relationship, and they don't have to look outside of you to wonder or to enter into what we call buyer's remorse.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because I can tell you, and of course, not that I have to tell you, but as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a speaker, if you have to, if a client hires you and they step into what we call buyer's remorse, you can best believe that you won't be back. And not only will you not be back, guess what? They're gonna be talking to somebody about you.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. They will.
About you. And there are times when you may hit a pocket that's not very fitting to the crowd that you're speaking, or to the group, or to the person of whom you're coaching. And that's all right. At least I get a chance to learn from it.
Yes, that's right.
Because here's the thing with that, in particular, when you are standing on a stage or you are doing what we call group coaching, you never know who's in the room.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Amongst the 10, amongst the 5, amongst the 2, amongst the 1,000 or the 10,000. You never know who's in that room. And just as that particular person who's in that room or that group that you don't know, guess what? That person or that group might be the person that has the keys to your destiny,
Right.
that has the keys to your destiny. So there, when we come to the place where we say it's more better to be authentic and
Mhm.
to be who we are versus trying to be who we're not, or to, as they say, copycat off of somebody else.
Right. Yeah. Because
So
eventually it will come out that you're not that person.
absolutely, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna come out, and when it come out, guess what? You ain't got no place to go.
Right, right, right. Yourself, right?
You may as well just throw your hands up and say, "I give." You ain't got absolutely no place to go with that.
Right.
So again, we want to make the connection, but then at the same time, we want to make the connection by bringing value to the table. And at the same time, it calls for us to make the kind of connections where we can also receive,
Mm-hmm.
receive. Because I can tell you from experience, even as it is today, that it is hardly ever that I go anywhere or that I take on an assignment in any kind of way where I don't ask for at least 3 or 4 referrals. Because if I got the heart to give, I may as well have the heart to receive too. I may as well have the heart to receive too. And when someone invites me to speak or to coach or something of the kind, Gwen, I never ask them why me. Oh, yeah. No, you don't. Why? No. If the truth be told, I'm a gift. I'm a gift and I carry it that way. And so therefore I come to the table with a level of confidence and I know who I am, I know where I am, I know where I'm going, and I know how I'm going to get there.
Right, yes.
So to me, I'm a gift. So ain't no sense in me asking you why you invited me. Because I'm sure before you invited me, you looked at my information. You probably talked to one or two people and all of that stuff. So what is this thing where people would ask you why? Why what?
Yeah, right.
I never get that, Gwen. I never get it. Why what? No, if you invited me, then that answers the why. What I'm coming to the table with is an answer. That's what I'm coming to the table with. I'm not coming to the table with a why. Why did you invite me? What made you choose me? Well, why would I? Why would I not?
Right, yeah, that's true.
Why would I not? We're making a connection. Why would I not choose you? Because again, I've already looked at your information. I done been to your website. I've already communicated with you in some way or another. And then here's the other thing with that gives me pause when people ask why. Do you not know that even on whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, any of those social media pages, do you not know that people are standing out there watching you? There are people in the social media realm and also in the corporate realm who are out there watching you and you don't even know that they're watching you. And you don't even know it. And so it's just like I used to always tell my daughter, somebody sees you when you see you. So you ain't hiding nowhere, right? In that regard. So to me, it is never a thing for me to say to someone, why?
Right, yeah.
You invited me. Why did you see me? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't work like that. If anything, when I know I'm coming to the table with a what and a how, it eliminates the why right there. It eliminates it. So I don't have to come to the table with a why me. Because I already know the answer to that. And as I said, when I come, Gwen, I come as a gift. I'm a gift. And make no mistake about it. And that comes with me knowing who I am, where I'm going, and how I'm going to get there.
Right.
And how I'm going to get there. And not only that, there's a side of me that only I know about that allows me to see that I'm a gift.
Right.
So I don't have to ask why. Gwen, you don't have to ask why. Right. What we say is, how much you're paying. Even if we don't say it out loud, we're saying that, right? How much you're paying. Keep on talking. Because if I'm a gift and I'm coming to the table with a what and an answer and a how, then guess what? You got to pay for that.
Yes, yeah.
You got to pay for that. And considering that you have to pay for it, guess what? I'm going to come ready, prepared, and willing because I'm a willing and able participant. I am a willing and able participant, Gwen, and so are you. So therefore, it is my job not to ask why. My job is to be available. That's what my job is. That's what your job is. That's what the job is of all of the members of the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group. Your job is not to ask somebody why they invited you to the party. Your job is just simply to be available. Why? Because if we look at the definition of entrepreneurship, it is the representation of an opportunity, and the best opportunity is availability. So if it's one question that every leader, every entrepreneur, every coach, no matter what your niche is, no matter what your target market looks like, every morning when you get up in the morning, Gwen, just like myself, guess what the question that we have to answer? That is, are you available?
Right, yes.
Are you available? When we wake up in the morning, we're not looking to ask why. When we get an invitation in the email or the text, or somebody calls us or something of the kind to say, why did you choose me? No, I'm a gift. And so are you. And it works in that pecking order. There is no other kind of way. It's in that pecking order right there where we set ourselves apart. And we set ourselves apart because of, one, the value that we bring to the table. Yes. We have been set apart in that light. And so as a gifted, trusted advisor, or a gifted, trusted, transformational, professional speaker, not public, professional. Professional means I get paid for the stage and the gift, right? So as a trusted advisor, when I come to the table, I come to the table as a trusted advisor that's looking to do what? Sell perspective. That's looking to sell perspective. Because again, if the product and the service is that good, it will sell itself. I come to the table as a gift, as a trusted advisor to sell perspective. And what does perspective do? It gives meaning to the overall customer-client relationship so that in return, we can make a connection, and a connection that lasts for a lifetime. We're looking to make that connection, and that connection that lasts for a lifetime. Gwen, would you like to share anything about your company, about your business, anything further before we go on to the next speaker? And of course, we're going to circle back around to you to get that same information again, just as we always do.
Sure. My company is called AMAN, A-M-A-N, Life Services. And I work with groups. I do workshops, and I really look to help specifically women move from being stuck into great movement that leads to their fulfilled goals and dreams. And so I do that through individually, but also through groups, and just helping people really to understand that you have a purpose that is not only unique, but it's valued in are right now. So it's that, helping people get unstuck is probably the area that I get most excited about.
All right.
That means that they can begin to start fulfilling the things that they fulfill. And we can help, like you said, we can reap from those things as well. So it's AMAN Life Services.
Absolutely, absolutely. Gwen, thank you so very much. And again, for all those under the sound of our voice within the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group, we never ask why to the invitation. We bring the gift to the invitation, and the gift says, I sell perspective, and perspective gives meaning to the overall customer-client relationship. So therefore, you are the one for the job.
Yeah.
Just like that. Thank you, Gwen. Hold on with us for just a little bit, please.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. All right, Miss Toy Vincent, Toy Johnson Vincent, how are you?
Good, Leroy, good.
It's good to see you. Good to see you as usual. You're looking good down in that Atlanta atmosphere, doing what it takes, I suppose.
I'm just trying like a lot of other people.
I know that's right. And
yes.
Of course, if you ain't trying, we ain't doing nothing. Ain't that right?
That is correct.
Toy, why don't you take some time before we get into the supreme confidence of our conversation as it relates to the entrepreneur, the leader, or the leader, the entrepreneur, and the relationship. Take some time to tell us some things about yourself, and then we're going to move the train from there.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you again for I'm glad that I joined the group, and speaking in the group,
right.
That's a big one. So I appreciate that. And of course, I've been on your platforms before. So, thank you for welcoming me back.
Oh, absolutely.
I appreciate that, because
absolutely.
Right now, there's a lot of things going on. And in order to be, the exposure and everything else, I'm grateful. And that's really what it is, whether from a coaching perspective, from a speaker perspective. And I want to first start off by saying, if you haven't heard, I am now a podcast host.
Hey, congratulations.
So thank
Congratulations.
you. It's less
Congratulations.
Than a week. Thank you.
Well, Toya, I tell you this, with your skill set, with the tone and tenor of your conversation, without a shadow of a doubt, I believe that you're going to do very well in that market. You have, as you said, you and I have worked together. And so I've seen you at work. I know your spirit. I understand your way of thinking. I understand your conversation. And your conversation is of such where it is without a shadow of a doubt going to educate folk, it's going to empower them, and it's going to entertain them. So congratulations from the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group and all that you do. And if we can be of support to you, by all means, let us know.
Yes, you certainly can. I need to book you on my show. So it's all audio, no video. So no excuses.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
I need you to come on my show. And by the way, just my show, the name of it is Speak to Me First! Exclamation.
Ooh, I like that.
Speak to me first. Yes.
I like that. That's wonderful.
You go all around the world for answers, but hey, you didn't ask me. So that's
How about that? Ask the gift.
But yes, shall I start?
Yes, please, by all means. Let's talk about supreme confidence.
Supreme confidence, got it. Well, first of all, I want to equate supreme confidence as if you were the only one to walk into a room and everybody turns to see and want to be wherever you are in that room.
Absolutely. I got you. I got you. I'm
follow
with you.
The bouncing ball. It's like
follow the bouncing ball.
That's what it is. It's basically,
I got you.
If at a supreme level of confidence, it's as though you were to walk into a room, conference room, whatever meeting, whatever phone call, whatever it is, and that you own it. You actually take ownership of that time, and allow people to also know about how talented you are, not conceited, not boasting of that, but knowing that you had the confidence to walk in whether you got the job or not. So
how about that?
That's what I mean about being supreme. And when we think about the word supreme, we think about the highest and mighty and just on the top of your game, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere on a pedestal. But that could also be, psychologically, mentally, you got to be in spirit. You have to be together with that. You have to understand what that means, meaning it's not being conceited, that you can walk into the room and you feel that energy within yourself. Your mindset is where everything starts, as we know.
No question.
As I mentioned a lot in my talk, you work your way down into the heartstrings. But it first starts here. If you believe that you are the best right now in this moment, then you are going to project your best. If you start to get sunken in and drawn in, it's like when they told you when you were a child, I don't know about you, but my grandmother said, walk with your head held high. Do not look at the ground.
That's right.
There for you. You cannot see ahead of you.
That's right.
So what that meant to me now, I understand that was really to instill confidence, because you have something, you have a gift, and as a coach or speaker or an author, myself as an aspiring author, I cannot sit back and say, I'll never do this. I have to say, I will do this.
Absolutely. That is correct. I will do this. Absolutely.
I will do this, not that I might do this.
Right.
And so when we think of, again, back to supreme, I just want to make sure that people understand, our coaches and speakers and authors, that it really isn't about being conceited where people will run away from you because no one likes to really be around that kind of energy. Right. It's about, no, I am what I am. I have a purpose. Right. And I can help people navigate both their career or their life skills journey as a coach.
Absolutely. No question. No question.
And so if I have confidence in myself or you have confidence in yourself, no, I can help you. Even if you don't really, and this is true, you may not even believe you can actually help that person, at least to what
That's
their
right.
expectations are. But
That's
you
right.
know you can get them off the ground. You can build them, help them build them up, or at least give them the tools to do that. And that's
Absolutely.
where you instill the confidence in someone who you may be working with or potential client.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So in other words, it sounds like what you're saying is thou should know their worth.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes, you should.
Without question.
Absolutely. And then when we look at the definition, we always go back to Webster Dictionary
Of course,
for some
of
reason.
course.
And now we have Google, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what was I thinking 100 years ago? But you know, the reality is confidence, and as I said, it's not arrogance.
Right.
It's
That's
not
right.
arrogance.
That's
It
right.
is or conceit. And it can arise from one's appreciation of their self and what they have to offer, and
Right.
be better at it, perhaps maybe than the next person sitting next to them.
That's
But
right.
again, that just means they come into the room, give
Right.
me the assignment, and they
Right.
run with it.
That's
They
right.
run with it. And also a great person who is is holding with supreme confidence will also help others and bring them up.
That's
not
right.
down.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's
'Cause
right.
even as a coach, you can get it twisted and start to believe, well, you're going to tell somebody, oh yeah, but you can do this. Maybe they really can't. Maybe they never will.
That's right.
But you just have to align yourself with the skills to give them the tools to show them maybe by example.
Yes.
In fact, maybe using yourself as an example or a story
Yes.
or whatever, and say,
That's
hey,
correct.
this is, you too can achieve that goal, but it may take you a little bit longer, but you'll do it.
Absolutely. 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 And if ain't nobody else believing in you, you have to believe in you.
That is
You have
correct.
to believe, just as what I said with Gwen, that you come to the table as a gift.
Yes.
And so it will never be about why someone invited you. It'll never be about why somebody called you. No, you called me because, one, you felt like I'm the one to do the job. Otherwise, you wouldn't call me. And you've already been to my website. You've already been through, my emails, my texts and all of that stuff, my Instagram reports and all of that stuff. You've already done that. So it should never be about why, when you possess that level of confidence that says, I got the goods, and guess what? Can't nobody take the goods away from me that I have, because I've already did the labor. I've already put the sweat equity to the table or to the title. I've already done that. I've been to school. I've been to 3 or 4 or 5 different schools, if that's what it is. I've hired a coach. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I feel good about selling it.
Exactly. In that order.
In that pecking order.
And this is one of the major things that I love to talk about this topic, because with my talking points, you really, it's though that you're more secure. You feel secure rather than insecure. So,
yes.
You show it. You actually
show it. You show it.
Again, it's all the thing in the mindset. You walk into the room. If you know you have a test coming up, if you know you're getting ready to talk with a new client, and you may be a little bit on the fence, but you took the client anyway.
That's
you took them on anyway.
That's right.
And sometimes it may have been for monetary reasons. So,
that's right.
I'll deal with it. I'll do whatever they,
Right.
But the reality is that's not really good business sense anyway, right? But sometimes we do and can get caught up and say, I'll just do this.
Oh, absolutely. 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 Because at some point, not only is it just about the money, but it's also about practice.
Yes, that's correct.
And practice makes progress.
Right.
And so we have to give attention to the practice that comes with holding the gift that we have, that makes us a gift. Because when we come to the table, whether they're paying us $10,000 or $5,000, we're coming to the table with an answer.
Exactly.
We're coming to the table with an answer.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you should be secure and rather than insecure and providing the answers.
That's exactly right.
And the thing is, if I can use just one example,
sure.
A couple of things I wanted to bring up, because when we talk about confidence, if you understand, everybody's brain works different. People learn differently, right? Each person can learn differently. I always remember, and people say, well, you have to look people in the eye, right? That's the first thing they say. Show confidence. What do they first say? You go on an interview, look someone in the eye. Eye contact, great eye contact. If you're looking downward, you don't show, your shoulders aren't back, you're not, head up.
That's right. That's right.
A couple of things. So you have to believe in yourself. That's number one.
Uh-huh.
Eye contact is great, but because some people learn different, including people with autism,
Yes.
right? Maybe
Yes.
autistic, there are several levels on the spectrum that they may or may not give you the eye contact. It
That's
doesn't
right.
mean that they can't do the job, but
That's
it
right.
just means that's just a different way. And
That's
so
right.
we have to remind ourselves, including as coaches and speakers, when
Right.
you're out there on those platforms, that you're taking note of that.
That's
so it doesn't mean that the person didn't have confidence. It's just that you have to work with them to figure out the best way for them to learn or to get really good, feedback from you.
Yes,
so as a
that's
coach
correct.
or speaker, being optimistic, especially when change happens, that's another way of showing your confidence. Most of us, when change happens or organizational change, your job or something, oh no, a new person's coming in, new management. Oh boy, what does that mean? See, you're already hyped.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Your job, and that may not be the case. They may want you to be there because you have more experience than the people. You've been there for a while. They want to tap into your talent, and by the way, that's a wonderful way to try to get a promotion or more money.
How about that? How about
from
that?
an HR?
I know that's right. I know that's right, Toy.
And two more points is that, and be firm, and it's almost like being firm in what you actually believe. If it's coming out of your mouth, you should believe it.
Absolutely, no question.
Be confident, but just be firm. But again, not conceited, not boasting. You're
Yes.
just letting people know, no, I have the information. I believe in the information, and you may use yourself as a story or
absolutely,
story.
Absolutely.
And, so appearance is everything. When you walk into the room, again, mindset walking into the room.
Yes.
Time to time, we physically walk into rooms, but even when you do that, what's the first thing? Why do people gravitate to someone who they may have never met?
That's right. That's right.
But they walked into the room. That person commands the room.
They command the room.
Exhibiting confidence is all everywhere.
That's right. That's right.
And
that's right.
What it is. I don't even know what you're selling, but the way you came to it, like you used the example, even at the restaurant. By the way, that's a fantastic restaurant.
Oh,
I did, yeah. So it wasn't in Maryland, but I was in Tampa, went to a meeting there. And I love that restaurant. So that, again, you remember the experience. You may not even remember the food, but the experience of how someone treated you at the table from the time you walked in. How can I help you? Can I help your party? You may have someone's coming in late. How can you help us?
Right.
And so on and so forth. But again, throughout your career, personal, professional life, confidence is everything.
That's right.
Be
absolutely
secure. It's not being insecure, and it's clearly not being conceited or anything. Just know who you are, back to the basics of coaching.
Right.
Who I am, where I am, and how am I going to get to my destination.
That's exactly right, Toy. You can say that again. All right. Well, Toy, I thank you for lending of your time and your gift one more time to the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group. We're so excited for you and to have you. I want to ask you to stay with us for, just a tidbit longer, because I want to circle back around to you to get, some final comments from you and in ways of which people can get in contact with you and all that good stuff that we do.
Okay.
All right. Marisa, how you doing? Are you out there?
Come off mute. I am very good. How are you? And thank you for letting me come in.
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hi, Toya.
How are you?
Good. I was waving to you when I came in. I didn't realize you were speaking. I was waving. I was messing with you. I always get to see you on the storylines for Facebook. That's why the internet, and social media is so wonderful, is that we could stay connected some level. You don't just meet and then that's the end. I can always touch you and say, hey, girl, you looking good.
You're right.
I know that's right. Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's all about making connections.
Yeah. And encouraging and helping to build in that confidence, right? Because we all help each other to maintain that level of confidence.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, Marisa, I must tell you that you're looking sharp, you're looking good, and all of that good stuff.
You.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're so grateful that you would take the time to join us tonight. To just simply, talk all things leadership, all things entrepreneurship, and all things relationship.
You know those are my topics.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Before we get started on your topic of discussion, the power of goal attainment, tell us a little something about yourself and all of that good stuff, and we're going to make it happen.
Okay, well, my name is Marisa Bludorn, for those out there in the beautiful land of Facebook Live and where else we're posting. I am the CEO of TCS Consulting, which is an executive leadership coaching company. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the Own It magazine. Our magazine manages our base magazine and an additional offspring of additional 5 magazines. So they're all monthly issued magazines. In fact, I'm looking fabulous, but we are burning the midnight oil because we go to publication the first of every month.
Okay.
So we're on deadline for that. And just got off with one of our main features. We did a spot interview with her.
Okay.
Jackie Hollywood Mims was excited about that.
Okay.
And just, just doing what we do, coach, building up other entrepreneurs and things like that. So really excited to be here to share my wealth of wisdom.
Of course. And you got it. Trust me, you got it. And I know. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Marisa, when it comes to life, when it comes to business, when it comes to coaching, no matter what your niche is, no matter whether you are a personal coach or a business coach, talk to us about the importance of personal goal attainment as well as organizational goal attainment. Talk to us about the importance of that.
Well, one of the things that I bring to the table is really strategy, right? So I see I see the big holistic picture. And so when we think about goal attainment and goal achievement, whether it's personal, professional, or business, it's tied directly into confidence, right? So none of them are separate. Because one thing that we don't talk about when working with human beings is the emotional base by which we make all of our decisions.
That's right.
You can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's the emotions that drive the behavior. So
absolutely.
If we're setting a goal and we're not achieving the goal, then we feel like failures, right?
Right.
That's an emotion. That's an emotion. That's a state of mind. First it starts off as feelings. Then once it's owned, it becomes a state of mind, right?
Right.
So when you are setting goals and not accomplishing them, and then you're wondering why you feel depressed, you wonder why you're feeling low, you wonder why you're allowing certain things to happen to you, is because your value level has just sunk. So you want to make sure. So when you were speaking to Coach Toy in regards to Supreme, I was looking at all of that and tying it in because I like to take notes. Even though
I love it.
I'm a note taker. So why you saw my head down? I'm a note taker.
Absolutely, note takers are money takers.
I'm processing it all. I'm going in deep.
I know that's right. Note takers are money takers.
Yeah, because when you don't fulfill, when you set a goal, you don't fulfill it. It does. Ultimately, it is messing with your money at the end of the day. And if it's messing with your money, it's messing with how you're able to live. So people want to separate money. They want to say this and that. Ultimately, whenever you set a goal, it needs to have a high value.
How about that?
I always say your why must make you high. Why?
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Why makes you high? You are 100% committed to it because you are fixated on you should be addicted to your purpose.
Absolutely.
Because you want to get the fix. Absolutely. And the fix is reaching the goal every time, right?
How about that? The fix. I love it.
So your why must make you high. And then when your why makes you high, you are committed to it. You're driven it. The value level is so high. You reach it. That's when that level of confidence comes in over and over and over and over again because you're reaching your goals.
Right.
It's not about perfection. Don't worry about being perfect. Make
Right.
sure that you're finishing. Eventually, you'll begin to finish strong because
Absolutely.
preparation impacts performance.
How about that?
Once you keep practicing, practice, preparation impacts performance overall. When we start a job, we're not perfect. We don't master the job the very first time we show up.
Right.
You got to learn the job. So the first year, I always say, is getting to know what you must be doing.
How about that?
The second year is now, oh, we did that the last time.
Right. That's right.
So now we're familiar. Then the third year should lead you to mastery. I did that, been there, done that, wrote a book about it. I'm moving on, right? So that's, and then when we do that, when we stay the course, that's where we get to that place of defiance. Defiance in a positive way that says, yes, I can, and yes, I will, because I've been there, done that, and I know what it takes to get it done. But if we give up, you'll never know, right?
That's right.
You give up, you'll never know. Hope fulfilled makes the heart sick. You don't, if you do not, when you don't fulfill it, the Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. That's exactly what the scripture says.
Oh, of course it does.
So it says, he that seeks me diligently will find me. So that's the same. So the same principles operate in operation, whether you're a believer or not believer, right?
That's right. How about that?
The same principle is in operation. So
how about
when
that?
you go to do something, is persistence gets you the results.
How about that? That's exactly
right. You're worth it. I just want to say to anyone who's listening, your dreams are worth it. Just be careful who you're sharing your dreams with, because people who are about to get stuff done is very few and far in between of us. Look at who you see on the screen. It's 4. It's always a remnant. It's always a small portion of the people who are willing to do the work. Because we all know as coaches, when we coach individuals, the biggest thing is not us showing up for them, it's them showing up for themselves. Because
how about that?
Create a website, Noah built the ark and they laughed, right?
Right.
So why do you think you're going to build a website, or you're going to post on social media and they're going to come?
That's right.
You got to do the work behind the scenes.
That's
I had to awaken my clients and say, you are your sales team, honey. You got to go out there and sell your product, but you got to have clarity. What are you selling? What are you selling? How many units of that do you need to sell per day? You need to have stats every single day. You need to set goals, and then and that's how you're able to achieve them. Break them down into little, small, day by day steps.
That's exactly right.
So they are conquerable. So every single day you should be able to write goals. That's what they call SMART, right? Be smart about it. Write goals that are achievable. Write goals that are achievable. But you want to write your ultimate goals and have every bit of steps every single day, every single week, every single month that will get you to that ultimate goal. When you break it down like that, they do become achievable. They are conquerable, because now you see it as realistic. You see that you can do it, but you got to do the work. You got to do the work to identify what it is that you want to accomplish, and then bite away with it. Just like a puzzle, right? The puzzle is all in a bunch of pieces, and that's exactly what our vision is. We know the greatness of it, right? But
that's right. We know the greatness of it. That's right.
Until we put it together, and then each time we put another piece together, what happens to our confidence level? It becomes higher. Then we look and say, oh my God, this thing that looked like a hot mess, we didn't know what the heck it was, is now making sense. Is now making sense. So stay the course, but set achievable goals. But don't give up, man. Fight.
Right.
So I just want to say, high value standards make sure your goals, that the achievement of your goals are non-negotiable. Be defiantly positive. Life is going to happen. I always tell my clients, look, we know, and I work with my clients, and I meet my clients every single week. I don't meet my clients once a month. No, because the accountability level is not strong enough. It's every single week. I need to know what you're doing, because I need you to stay on course. Now we'll do that for a period of time.
Of course.
I need my life back. So we'll do that for a period of time, but it's personal commitment that builds up your confidence. That keeps you focused. Of course. Be consistent to yourself.
Yes.
Your self-development, and then clarity, confidence, and commitment. They will give you the superior and high performance results that you're looking for, that will help you to be defiantly confident. So
absolutely.
That's my 2-bit.
Hey. Marisa.
That's my 2-bit. That's my 2 cents.
Well, Marisa, I got to tell you, you brought something to mind tonight that I've been talking about for some period of time, and that is, wherever you put your focus at, there is where your energy will flow. Your energy will flow in that way. So as it relates to taking the stair steps to meet the short-term goals that will lead you to, of course, the prize, whatever that prize is, I would think that you would have us all to know that wherever you put your focus at, there is where your energy is going to flow. Am I right?
Yes. We are high value.
Absolutely.
What are you hungry for?
What are you hungry for?
You got to be hungry for it. And that's why it's so important for us to not take lightly, like sometimes, and it depends on what your intent is,
That's right.
Like,
what your intent
is. I call myself Harriet Tubman. Because I want to free the people, right?
Marisa.
I want to free the people.
Of course.
I want them to be free. So
absolutely.
What is my undercurrent of consistency and showing up is that I'm aligning with my calling and my design. I'm designed to do what I do.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And God has allowed me the ability to package it in products, goods, and services, because your gift should make room for you, right?
That's exactly right.
You are worth your wages, right?
That's so you're worth your wages.
People who get it distorted that they should get paid or whatever, you gotta live.
That's right. How about that?
You gotta
How about that?
But because the undercurrent to all of that is in alignment with my purpose and my design, that's the drive and the ambition. That's the why keeping me high.
Yeah.
And that's me showing up because I do want to set the captive free. I do want to set those people who are around other people, how that is, right?
Yeah, I got you.
That's the naysayers and, just really drawing them back. I want to help them to break free from that if they want to. Only
if they want to. That's exactly right.
Whosoever will, let them come. I'm not trying to make you do anything you don't want to do.
No, it costs you too much to try to make them do something that they don't want to do. It costs you too much. It don't cost them nothing, but it costs you a whole lot.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. So no, only those who really want to come.
Absolutely. Well, Marisa, I want to thank you again for your gift and sharing of your time with the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group. Marisa, if one wants to get in contact with you, share your contact information, if you will.
Okay. So if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on tcsconsultingllc.com. You can leave me a message there. I do check my messages on the website. You can also email me. If you're interested in the Own It magazine, you can email me at theownitmagazine@gmail.com. If you're interested in coaching or anything like that, speaking, then you can email me at tcswithmarisa@gmail.com.
All right. You also have a recently launched a podcast too. Am I right, with you and Chris? Am I right?
Oh yeah. It's it's first Fridays with Marisa and Chris. That's on YouTube. So if you have my name on the screen, Marissa. So all you have to do, really, honestly, is put my name in Google.
Okay.
and you can connect with me on the YouTube channel, because I have the YouTube channel. I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter. So you can be able to connect to me. All those different, they come up. They come up.
Got you. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to shift to Gwen, our very first speaker of tonight. Thank you once again, Marisa. I got nothing but love for you, and we shall connect very soon. Love you now. Hey, Gwen, how you doing?
Great. This was
wonderful.
Wonderful.
Good. Hey, Gwen, for some final comments, is it anything that you want to share? And of course, leave your contact information as with the group. So, if one wants to get in contact with you, they can do just that.
Right. I think the only thing that I would say would be that you don't make mistakes unless you just don't try. And
Ooh.
so the best thing is, no matter what it is, just get started in it and you'll be able to find your way. Just keep pressing forward and you'll be able to find where you're supposed to be.
And you'll be able to find where you're supposed to be. In terms of your contact information, how could they get in contact with you?
Sure. It's Aman, AMAN Life Services at outlook.com.
All right. Gwen, I thank you so very much for your dedication, your time, and your commitment to excellence, of course, and your commitment to the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group. Of course, we will be in touch very soon. And then, of course, as I've said once before, be blessed and be safe at the very same time. All right.
You as well.
Thank you very much, Gwen. Talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.
Miss Toy Johnson, how are you?
Good. Very good. Wow.
Awesome.
Very empowering information.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Everybody did a wonderful job here tonight.
Oh, yes.
Toy, as for any final comments, would you like to make any final comments? And then, of course, leave your contact information as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go back just the way I started. As I said, walk into the room like you own it.
Yeah.
And supreme may seem highest and mighty, but again, it all starts in the mindset. So if you come into the room and your head is down, then you're not ready.
How about that?
You're not ready.
You're not
and
ready.
So, but it's okay because you can always go back. That's what we have wonderful coaches and mentors to help you get ready or to prepare. So if it's a lack of confidence, we can turn that around.
How about
That's something that you can actually turn around. So that's what I want people out there to know. Go for your dream and your goals and keep your head held high while you're doing it. And they used to say, fake it until you make it.
Right.
How many times?
Absolutely.
But you can do it. So
absolutely.
Again, it's all about being secure, not insecure. So turn that around. And where can you reach me? Well, as I said, I just started a podcast within the past week, and I've already booked a couple of guests. So
awesome.
Running out there, and it's called Speak to Me First, and I'll put that there. I'll go back on and put it in the comments for tonight. And the desktop. And of course, it's all audio, and that can be found primarily right now on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts. I'm just reading this off. Pocket Cast. Radio Public, Spotify, and of course Breaker. So again, Anchor FM, that's the first place. There are a couple of episodes out right now, and it's from soup to nuts topics. So I'd love to hear some feedback. YouTube, just pull up my name, Toy Johnson Vincent. I have a good maybe 30 or something videos out there on career development as well as lifestyle journey topics. It is not a specific URL, but again, pull up my name, Toy Johnson Vincent. Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook page, very important because you may schedule a 30-minute complimentary coaching call through my Facebook page. So please head on over and like the page, and the calendar is there. I will tell you, there is no rescheduling, so we'll start.
Gotcha.
And Instagram, of course. So that's and may I just go ahead one last time to give my website?
Sure, go ahead.
Gave all that other stuff.
Go ahead.
TJV empowers you. The letter U.com. Again, TJV empowers you.
All right.
Letter U.com. Toy Johnson Vincent, the No Sugarcoated Coach.
Awesome. Toy, of course, thank you for the sharing of your time and your gift with the Life Enhancement Coaching Focus Group. We're looking forward to, working with you in the very, very, very near future on some projects and so forth. And so again, thank you very much for the sharing of your time and your gift. Of course, be blessed and be safe all at the same time down in the ATL. Yes. And again, we're looking forward to, working with you, in future projects. All right.
Excellent.
Thank you, Toy. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be in touch soon. All right?
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye now.
Bye now. All right.